Hello, welcome to the Mark Attwood Show, Adventures in a Cosmic Suit. Before I start today, don't forget the Linktree link is below the video. That's where everything to do with my show is, including, and the most especially, the email list. Please sign up to the email list. It's the only way I can guarantee that I can stay in touch. Already lost one YouTube channel. This one's still going, but by the grace of God. And what we're about to talk about today is highly likely to get the whole channel deleted. So, but it's not going to happen because this is going to be an introduction to the people that wrote this book, which is called What Really Makes You Ill, Why Everything You Thought You Knew About Disease is Wrong, written by Dawn Lester and David Parker, who I'm very pleased to say are here. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Great to be here with you.
You two, whereabouts are you two in England?
Hertfordshire.
Yeah.
Hertfordshire.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, obviously I'm English, but I'm in the west of Ireland. It's a great pleasure to meet you. I have to admit, I haven't read it all yet because it's like 800 pages. But how long did it take? How long did it take you to write this?
10 years.
No,
10 years of research.
It's incredible.
Thank you.
It was a long journey, but we knew we had to. Well, it was a big shock, as we will talk about. It was a big shock to us what we were finding out. Hence the title of the book. Why everything you thought you knew about disease is wrong, because that's what happened to us from what we'd been taught. So yeah, we understand why people might be offended by the title sometimes, but it's true.
I know it's true. I said to you before we started recording that this is close to. It should be close to everybody's heart right now, considering what we're in. But it's close to my heart because of the sheer number of people that I've lost completely needlessly through things like cancer. It is off, and this led me to start looking in. I didn't write a book, but I started trying to change. And you have to undo so many things in your mind, don't you? That you don't even realize that you're mind controlled into certain things. Yes. And I was having a shower earlier, and I was thinking about the abuse that has happened to all of us. Like as a child, I remember going to the dentist, hating going, and they filled my mouth with mercury as a kid. Then I had meningitis and my parents got told I was probably going to die, and I didn't. I had an out-of-body experience then when I was about 7 or 8. Then I've been in intensive care twice with suspected heart attacks and arrhythmia, which I cured with hawthornberry. So I'm just giving you a bit of backdrop because I am very, very interested in this. The other thing that comes to mind is my mum was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I went to the meeting and I told her, please do not have the chemo. And the doctor was sat there with a clipboard, and he sounded more like a double glazing salesman than a doctor. And he was terrifying her into having the chemo. And I was listening to his words, and he was contradicting himself with the success rate. And I said, hang on a minute, you just said this and you said that. That means the success rate of this is like 0.002%. or something like that. And he went, ugh. And my mum just went, where do I sign? Where do I sign? And I was like, oh. Fortunately, my mum's still with us. She's CBD, she's healthy, she's got off, I got her off all the anti-cancer drugs that she had, that she kept quiet, were making her so depressed, she was suicidal, she couldn't get out of bed. And I found out pomegranates did exactly the same thing with no side effects. Glad to say she's 70 years old and still walking 7 miles a day with her dogs, which is great. So I'm just giving you that as a backdrop, and I'm also talking so that everybody watching this knows that we're in for an amazing conversation. But Dawn and David know that what they're going to talk about will get YouTube deleted. So this is really just to say, honestly, we're going to have a really, really amazing conversation about the contents of this, Dawn and David's story, and it's going to be probably on BitChute, and the link will be below this video if you're watching this on YouTube. So anything you want to say before we go and I make a cup of tea and then we do the proper interview?
No, I just hope everyone will come with us and listen to what we have to say, because it is quite shocking what we found out about the medical establishment and why we spent 10 years studying it. So we know more about, we like to think, and it's proved successful, we found out more about how to be healthy than doctors know. And that's quite a bold statement, I know, but then we spent twice as long studying it. They only spent about 5 years. We spent 10. So there we have. So I do hope people will come and listen. I think they'll be very interested because it affects everybody. We often joke and say, well, if you're alive, this book will be of interest to you, so that you can stay alive and stay healthy.
But it does require some unlearning before there's
Yes.
some learning, new learning. So, we hope people will find that intriguing and come along with us.
But it's nothing
Hopefully-
complex,
No,
and it doesn't cost any money.
No.
Natural health is very simple. But there are just a few rules, and if you stick to them, you can live a long and healthy life without drugs. And that's certainly the thing. You don't need drugs. So I hope people will come and listen.
They will. If you're a subscriber, click the link, come to BitChute. If you're new to the channel, do it as well. You're going to learn a lot. Thank you, guys. I'll see you in a minute.
Okay.